Tell me Deebo Samuel's trade value. If the Niners actually do move him, much to the chagrin of their fans, what are they getting back? 2 firsts?
Okay.
A top 10 pick?
This is I think that this is where we're split as a fan base. And a lot of people are looking at this through fan colored goggles, and I understand that. Like, Debo's a special player. He really is. He's a generational talent. I understand that. But at the end of the day, this man's a wide receiver. He's not valued the way that an elite edge rusher is. He's not valued the way that a quarterback is. He's not valued the way a left tackle is. And we know that because every year teams draft those types of players early and they pay them early, right? So
They
with
switched last year when the Bengals took Jamar Chase over Penei Sewell. That was, to me, like a little bit of a watershed moment, but let's move on.
possibly,
Yes.
but at the end of the day, we've also seen a trade offer that was accepted, by the way. Now, it didn't go down because Tyreek Hill chose to go to Miami, but the trade offer was accepted from the Jets to go to the Chiefs. 35, 38, 69 for Tyreek Hill. So we know that that's the starting off point. Now, as the 49ers, you should be asking for a first round pick. But are you really going to get what people think he should go for? Like, I'm not trading Deebo unless it's for multiple first round picks. Well, Deebo's not a franchise quarterback. I'm sorry. Yes, he's an important player, but he is not a franchise quarterback. You're not going to get multiple first round picks. You're not going to get 4 and 10. You're probably not going to get 10, 35, and 38. Those things are not going to happen. You have to be realistic about it. Now, you may be able to switch that deal up a little bit. You may be able to get a player and 35 and 38 if you throw in 61, something like that. But that's about what you're looking at. That is realistic for Deebo Samuel.
Yeah, I agree. To expect the Jets to trade number 4, number 10, unrealistic. I think the most realistic is like a pick somewhere between 13 and 20 and a second round, a first and a second. I feel like they could get it from Philly. They could get it from New Orleans. New Orleans has the 16th pick, the 19th pick. They got a second round pick. What the Niners could do if they wanted to like win in the eyes of the media, or like trying to like bamboozle their fans, maybe trade them to Kansas City. Kansas City has 2 first round picks, 29 and 30. So you could be like, we got 2 firsts. Yeah, sorta, kinda, but it's better than saying you got 2 seconds and it's 32 and 34, which is I think what Detroit can offer. So
yeah, Detroit's another one.
City, if they want to have like a bogus headline.
Yeah, that's true. But those first round picks would be important because you do get the 5th round or 5th year option on first round picks. So that actually does hold a little bit of water.
It does. It certainly does. All right. Black Suburban, $5. Thank you very much. Thomas says, if we trade Deebo, I think it's best going after 2nd and 3rd round picks rather than a first. This draft is deep in those rounds. What? I'm sorry, Thomas. I think you want that first. You can always trade down.
For sure. You can always trade down. Really, it comes down to the point value. That's really what it comes down to. You got to remember that there's a point value system within the NFL that every team looks at when they're making these trades. These are what picks are worth. And if you get 35 and 38, let's say from the Jets, that's actually 35, 38, and 69 is actually almost identical equivalent to that number 10 pick. You can do a lot of maneuvering with those picks. You really can.
Personally, if I'm trading Deebo Samuel, I wouldn't want to, but I would trade him for a proven player, not a pick. Because
at a different position, though, right?
No, I would trade him for AJ Brown or Justin Jefferson, and if I had to throw a pick in, I would do it. Like I want to know I'm getting an All-Pro wide receiver back. Otherwise, I feel like I'm not good at drafting. I mean, I don't know. The Niners aren't good in drafting. They traded DeForest Buckner for Javon Kinlaw. Think about that. It's ridiculous.
That's true.
So you really want to do that again? You want to try that again? Trade him for a pick, and it's like, really? Who are you going to take? Jameson Williams, the guy who tore his ACL 4 months ago? You do that. Draft a red shirt. Do that. Go ahead. I love that. I love that for you.
It's a lot of pressure if you pick wide receiver. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I don't see that.
That's not happening.
Black Suburban says losing both Lakin and Deebo Samuel. I think there's a possibility that Trent Williams emotionally checked. See, that's one thing that people haven't thought about. He was on record saying he's not trying to join a rebuilding team. He want to go to a contender. He saw that he felt they were a contender with Jimmy. He signed on the team. I mean, maybe he could be sold on them being a contender with Trey Lance, but once you take Lakin and Deebo off the team and you don't replace either one, I mean, at what point is Trent like, I'm 34. Okay?
I'm not doing this
34,
again.
Do this.
Yeah.
I'm not on Trey Lance's timeline. Like, what is going on here?
That's a good point.
We should get Christian Watson if we trade Deebo. He's not the best. No. No. If the Niners trade Deebo, they have to find a way to get the number one wide receiver in the draft and the number one running back in the draft. Otherwise, what are you doing? And even if they do that, it's probably not going to replace Deebo. That's why
I personally do like going to get Christian Watson. And the only reason I say that, and I was not one of these people who was like, oh, Christian Watson, trade whatever you can to get him. But I do like the fact that you've got that rapport with Trey Lance. And if you're going to lose Deebo Samuel, it sure would be nice knowing that you're bringing in a guy that knows your quarterback pretty well and vice versa. This is Trey Lance's first year. Imagine being Trey Lance right now. This is his first year starting. You didn't pay his left guard, and you're about to trade his biggest weapon. And then if they don't make the playoffs, who's going to get blamed? Trey Lance. First season starting. Good luck with that.
I still feel like the reason Jamar Chase went off this year is because he's Jamar Chase, not because he knows Joe Burrow. Like, if Christian Watson were Jamar Chase, then yeah. But to me, Christian Watson is like a second-round pick. That's a good player. But if you're trading Deebo, like you trade for a pick at like 13, 14, or 15, and that pick has to be a wide receiver who's really freaking good. And I don't know who that guy is. I haven't been looking in the first round. To me, because even the guy you take in the mid first round isn't going to be Deebo. And then in round 2, you take a running back. Because that's another thing that Deebo does. I mean, that's 30% of your offense right there, man. And every
pick you get for Deebo, draft a wide receiver and hope one of them pans out. There you go.
Chris says this is like DoorDash. Deebo's seeing Parag as the 2.7 star and $1 symbol. No wonder why he does not want any of this sarcasm. BT Dub, hilarious.